It's judgment week for both Real Madrid and Barcelona. Both have very tough matches. Real Madrid facing Getafe away from home. A Madrid derby always going to be a tough one. We saw what happened against Vallecano. We saw what happened against Leganes. And Barcelona facing Mallorca, a very tough proposition because ultimately they're also fighting for European places this season in La Liga, currently sitting 7th. So who knows what's going to happen this week? And I wanted to touch on those matches slightly and then talk about a little bit of the Copa del Rey final as well, a preview. I will be dropping more videos this week, but let me just touch on all three games. Now, Real Madrid as a team. Yes, Bilbao, we got the win, but we were facing a very weakened Bilbao side, and we just managed to scrape through once again. For all our efforts in the second half, for everything that we put ourselves through in that second half, showing high intensity, showing really good link-up play in the attacking end in the final third, we only managed to scrape through 1-0 by an absolute wonder strike by Fede Valverde once again. Obviously dragging us out of many matches is a recurring theme this season. And Barcelona, the previous match against Celta Vigo, a very tough game, 3-1 down, and then coming back to win 4-3. And it's actually been a theme for Barcelona also. In the last few matches, they haven't been up to scratch. They haven't been up to par from what we've seen them in previous games before that. So it's all in the open. I believe this Copa del Rey final is all in the open. I think technically form goes out the window. I still think Barcelona have more of a probability of chance to win that game. But I wouldn't be a Real Madrid fan if I don't think that we stand a chance any at all. So we need to really just hang on in there and just take this match against Getafe away, beat them, and then just build a little bit of momentum going into that final as well. And that 26th of April final, honestly, you know, who knows, guys? It's all up in the air. I don't want to touch on it too much because I'll be launching a video later this week. But I want to really see Ancelotti deploy the same team he wants to play in the Copa del Rey final against Getafe. We know Getafe are going to be very defensively solid. Very defensively solid. They are a very stubborn team. And for me to go into this final, I really want to see the same team. I really want to see us develop a team solidity where we will go into the Copa del Rey final and actually combat Barcelona with exactly the same team. Gain momentum, show patterns of play, show link-up play. Is Mbappe likely to be back for the Copa del Rey final? Who knows also? I mean, that knock that he took against Arsenal, I'm not sure if it's going to be that long term towards the Copa del Rey final. Who knows at all? So we just need to look at it. And Barcelona, likewise, I think this match against Mallorca, however they play, will then take some effect into the final as well, because I think Hansi Flick will want to play the same team that he played. Yes, ball days out. That is a big miss for Barcelona, a huge miss. And if they put Gerard Martin there, then it's going to be a weakness. I think Rodrigo can attack that side consistently and show that weakness. So there are so many different factors, so many variables into the match, into the final, that we have to take into consideration. Is Vini and Mbappe? Because I saw Vini yesterday against Bilbao playing better without Mbappe, especially towards the latter stage of that game. And we saw Bellingham have chance after chance after chance, opportunities. Is he going to fumble those chances in the final? I don't think so. So, you know what? A final is a final. And it's all coming down to this. Will Hansi Flick just show that little bit extra in terms of managerial experience against Ancelotti? He's already won twice this season against Ancelotti. He knows how Real Madrid play. And will he adapt to the situation? Who knows on that as well? It's just full of who knows, guys, isn't it? It's just full of who knows. So I just want to see Real Madrid just adapt this week. Obviously, Bilbao was a tough game. We know that. They're very defensively solid, one of the best defensive records in Europe. And I want to see Real Madrid actually match up the team that they're going to play this week against Barcelona. Because, again, like I said, so many different factors. Who are we going to play up front if Mbappe's out? Is it going to be Vinny, Rodrigo? Is it going to be Bellingham just behind? Are we going to go literally to 2023, 2024 tactics? That's what it was essentially yesterday. And I saw it's a lot more fluid. I've got to be honest, especially in that second half, a lot more fluid than we have of recent. So there's some positives to having Mbappe out of the squad, and there's positives also to having Mbappe in. His goal scoring ratio cannot be ignored. That is actual fact here. So with Mbappe in, out, it's up to Ancelotti. It's up to him. And do you know what? Just touching on Ancelotti, I actually want to see Ancelotti finish the season on a high and get that Copa del Rey. For all I have slated him, for all I have dissed him this season, for all I have literally shouted off the top of my lungs, outside the Bernabéu, in Madrid, in my studio, here in Cyprus, whatever it is. For all I have done that, I want us to win more trophies. And if Ancelotti can then, like I said for Hansi Flick, use his managerial experience to understand how Barcelona are going to play, what kind of patterns of play they're going to use against Real Madrid, what kind of system are they going to deploy, are they going to press us really high, are we going to try and catch them out on the break, are we going to try and catch them on the offside trap? There are so many variables. So Ancelotti needs to think what's going to happen in this match, because Yamal's going to be dangerous, Rafinha on the break are going to be dangerous. And for us, looking at it in its entirety across 90 minutes in the Copa del Rey, it's going to be a tough one. But just touching also on LaLiga matches today and obviously this week, because we've got Barcelona just coming up tomorrow and then Madrid the day after that. Now, I see Mallorca posing a real threat to Barcelona. I do. Because of those European places, they really want to get the job done. They're sitting in 7th. I think they want to get into 6th. So just about. So, you know, there's all endless possibilities, especially from 4th below-wards. Obviously, I'm not going to count Bilbao on this, but if you're looking at Betis, you're looking at Mallorca, you're looking at other teams, then there's always endless possibilities for a team like Mallorca. And we saw how Celta Vigo played against Barcelona away. They cause major problems. If Mallorca take that blueprint, then Barcelona could be in trouble. I think they can be in trouble. So that's one way. And look, Mallorca, they are a very stubborn team. They sometimes play amazing, immaculate football, and sometimes they can stink it out. We've seen this season right at the beginning how they can stink it out against us and also play great football also. So Mallorca, very tough. Getafe away, Madrid derby, always going to be a tough game. Always going to be a tough game because they're very stubborn, Getafe. Very stubborn team. They like to just shut up shop and don't allow any team to penetrate, especially when it's one of the big guys, when it's one of the big guns. We saw how they beat Atletico Madrid this season already. Exactly the same. They know how to be stubborn. They know how to just defend for their heart's content. And we just need to realize that. We just need to go, okay, we need to pressure on them from the very first minute. We can't allow them to even gain possession of the ball. We need to press as a team collectively. And you know what? We did press decently against Bilbao. So I want to see that again. Even though Bilbao, B team, set aside, they just literally sat back. And Getafe are probably going to be doing the same thing. So I want to see Real Madrid literally just go full guns blazing and attack them consistently. Pepper it. Pepper the goal. Chance after chance after chance, like we saw towards the end of the Bilbao game, where we just literally have 7 players in the box, just leave 2 defenders behind and just go for it. Just go for it. Because I think if Real Madrid get this win, if Barcelona gets this win, then it's going to set up an all absolute Clásico. A Clásico of an all Clásico Copa del Rey final. One that we haven't seen in years, people. May I remind you. So, guys, you know what? David is out, mate. David is out. I'm going to be doing a Barcelona reaction tomorrow, and then we're going to do a Madrid reaction on the day after. And then we're just going to do 3 days consistently build up towards the Copa del Rey. I'm going to break down the team individually, defense, midfield, attack. I'm going to assess Barcelona. I'm going to assess Real Madrid, who we're playing, and then we'll just make the decision collectively as, you know, fans. But then it's all up to Ancelotti to put that onto paper and see where he takes it. Guys, take care. Adios. It's a very nice day in Cyprus, in Larnaca. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. I'm flying to Tenerife with my mum, obviously, to visit my family in Tenerife. So if the Barcelona reaction is dropping a little bit later than usual, just bear with me, because I'm going to be flying to Germany, stopping off in Germany, probably doing my match reaction in the airport, which is crazy. Well, I've done that before, so you know what, nothing new for me. Guys, take care, adios, buenas noches, and we'll see you next time. Take care.